this video is going to be voiceover, which I've never done before, so let me know if you hate it. Also, try and guess where we're going. Either, I don't know where you're watching this, but you can send me a chat or like give me a comment or something of the sort. Let me give you a hint. Like, it's in West Virginia, so there's your hint. That's it. That's all I'm giving you. Are you excited to go to the insane asylum?
Sure, yeah.
Say the thing!
What thing?
The I love bridges.
Bridges!
Talk about insane.
Just put it talk about insane. So the reason why most of this is going to be voiceover is because of this sign I found that says absolutely no video or audio recording, so I couldn't really keep any of the audio in. It's also mostly going to be very low down to the ground because I was trying to make it seem like I wasn't filming anything. This is mostly just the museum bit that we were allowed to go in before our tour. It had listed on this board for Winston Churchill that dyslexia was one of his mental illnesses, and I didn't know that that was a mental illness. Maybe I'm just silly, but I thought it was just where you read stuff backwards. I don't know. Let me know if you know differently. This room of the museum portion went over a lot of the experimental treatments that they were doing on people staying at the asylum, which was very interesting and pretty sad as well. So later in the tour they went into how the asylum was started with good intentions, but around the 60s fell into the hands of some new people who didn't know how to run the asylum, and also overcrowding was a big problem in the 60s as they were putting a lot of people into asylums involuntarily. I read most of the fun facts that they put on the wall because we had about 30 minutes before our tour started that we could just look around in the little on-site museum they have, and they were really just giving anybody medication for almost nothing. They had a lot of stuff about lobotomies and how they did them in this room, and I kept thinking about my partner in science because she always threatens to give me a lobotomy anytime we do anything, and it's really annoying, and I know she's watching this, and I'm calling you out. When my class read Flowers for Algernon in like the 8th grade, we had to do projective tests, and they were really interesting, so if you have some free time, you should go take one. We spent the majority of our time here on the tour we went on, but I have so much footage from the museum portion because that was the only place I could film without fear of getting yelled at or something. I was gonna just film the whole tour if the lady didn't bring it up, but as soon as we started walking she was like, and remember, don't take any video recordings, you can take any still pictures you want, but no video recordings. The first floor was mostly for patients called trustees who were allowed to go into town and have jobs and things like that. They also weren't kept under such strict restraints as some of the patients who were considered dangerous. It was in operation as a mental institution from the year 1864 to 1994, being designed to hold about 250 patients at a time, one patient per room. During the 1950s and 60s, however, it held about 3,000 patients at a time. What I thought was one of the most interesting parts of the tour was when she talked about the second woman ever admitted, and the reasoning for her admission was that she was having cramps and they didn't want to deal with her at home, either her husband or father, whoever admitted her. She then took us to the medical site where she told us about the morgue that was located directly next to the nurse's break room. There was a period in time where you could just go to morgues and buy bodies off of people for scientific research purposes, and one man came to this asylum and bought 2 bodies and successfully mummified them. The same mummies then traveled with P.T. Barnum, who the man sold them to. You can actually still go see those same mummies today. I don't remember where she said they were located. A lot of the staff who worked here before labor laws were implemented often only got 1 day off a month, and the nurses were supposed to be single and have no children so that they could live here and spend all of their time here. She told us that the asylum was very involved with community and they hosted things like Little League games. Someone in our tour group asked if any of the people that were staying at the asylum ever joined in on the games, and she said yes, and that they were allowed, as long as they wouldn't harm any of the children, and I thought that was kind of nice, I don't know. Remembering that there were a lot of people here who were here for almost no reason at all. This is the hospital auditorium where they would host high school dances in the 50s to 70s, which I thought was very interesting. Especially considering it was directly located next to the violent women's ward, as well as solitary confinement. This is pretty much the end of the vlog. I hope you enjoyed watching it. I know this was kind of a different video, so let me know if you liked it. The rest of this is really just my brother being goofy at our hotel, so if you want to skip that, this is the end of the video for you.
Ty is the first person on earth to eat mini corn dogs and applesauce like a freak.
Oh my god.
I don't have all day. Just go. Oh my god. It's preppy in here.
Is Preppy in here?